Your leadership legacy isn't something you leave behind. It's something you're building right now in every decision, every interaction, and every moment. The real question is, are you shaping it intentionally or is it just happening by default? Today we're going to talk about the habits, choices, and influence that define the legacy you're creating as a leader. Whether you realize it or not, your team is always watching. How you show up today will determine how you remember tomorrow. Let's dive in. What's driving you? See, in our relentless drive to achieve more, it's easy to lose sight of the why behind it all. As leaders, we hit goals, we celebrate milestones, and then we rush to the next challenge. But how often do we honestly pause to reflect on the legacy we're building? What will truly matter when the dust settles? Let me encourage you to take a moment and reflect on your leadership and ask yourself some deeper questions. What am I really trying to accomplish? Why does this matter to me? What impact will this have on the people around me? See, I've been there. Earlier in my career, I was laser focused on the next win, the next project, the next promotion, the next check the box. I was so driven to climb higher and move faster that I never stopped to think about the legacy I was building. But here's the truth. When you're constantly chasing, you're not creating. You're just running on a treadmill that never stops. It wasn't until my coach made me pause and reflect on what truly mattered. That's the moment that everything started to shift for me. See, I began to see success differently, not as a collection of achievements, but as a life of impact. Your leadership legacy is directly related to the impact you have on others. And that impact starts with your leadership habits. See, leadership is about more than getting results. It's about creating results through people. And that requires you to show up as a leader that you want to be, not just the leader your circumstances force you to be. Who's the leader that you want to be? What leadership attributes do you want to be remembered for? I used to fall into the trap of thinking that once I hit this goal, once I clear this project, then I'll focus on developing myself and my team. But here's the truth. Who you are right now determines what you'll achieve next. You can't wait for the quote right time to lead differently. You can't push development or influence to the back burner. The habits you practice today, whether it's coaching your team, holding yourself accountable, or modeling the values that you want to see, those habits are laying the foundation for the legacy you'll leave behind. See, every small decision matters. The way you handle conflict, the way you recognize effort, the way you carry yourself in the face of adversity, all define your personal brand as a leader. If you don't make the choice to lead with intention, you'll find that your legacy becomes a reflection of busyness, reactivity, and bad habits, none of which, by the way, are the foundation for influence. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, none of that is what you want to be remembered for. So think about your personal brand right now. Trust me, it's not about titles or achievements. It's about trust. Do others trust you? Do they trust you to deliver on your commitments? Do they trust your word? Do they trust that you authentically care about them and their careers? See, the real measure of leadership isn't only found in the numbers you produce, but it's in how your team grows, how they act when you're not in a room, and how they carry your messages forward. If you're quick to take the spotlight when things go well, but slow to take responsibility when things go wrong, your brand is going to reflect that. If you value results more than relationships, people will remember the pressure, not the impact. But when you focus on building others up, when you challenge your team, invest in their growth, and celebrate their successes, you build loyalty, You build a legacy as a leader someone wants to emulate. Wouldn't it be awesome if you become the leader that others want to follow? Think about it. Imagine if someone said, I want to be just like you. Now, I don't know about you, but that would be a legacy worth striving for. So the question is this: how can you consciously work on your leadership legacy? You can begin to adopt what I call the growth champion mindset. See, this mindset shifts your leadership from what can I accomplish to how can I help others achieve more? It starts with being the example. If you want a culture of accountability, start holding yourself accountable. If you want a team that takes ownership, stop micromanaging and empower them to make decisions. You don't need to have all the answers. Your job as a leader is to create an environment where your team can find solutions, take risks, and learn from failure. The leaders who build the strongest legacy are those who see their role not as the hero, but as the guide. They develop what we at LXU call growth champions, leaders who can carry the vision forward, who can inspire others, who can accelerate results without you. Imagine looking back on your career and seeing a team of leaders who grew because of your influence. Imagine someone saying, I owe my growth to you. Imagine knowing that you built something bigger than yourself. If you're ready to work on your leadership legacy, I got something really exciting coming your way. I'm introducing my proven growth champion method, right? It's a timeless framework that has empowered leaders to transform their teams, elevate their performance, and achieve lasting impact. This method is designed to cultivate leaders at every level who are prepared to take ownership, rise to challenges, and drive sustainable growth. If you want to build a legacy as a growth champion and a legacy of having growth champions below you, follow the link in the description to learn more. If you're not ready to think about your leadership at this level, let me at least buy you a copy of my book, Freedom to Experiment: How to Ignite a New Level of Energy, Focus, and Momentum in Yourself and Your Team. All I ask is that you pay for shipping and handling. Follow the link in the description if you're interested to learn more. And you know what? I'll personally sign a copy for you. If you found value in what I shared today, do me a favor. Give it a like, drop a comment related to your business, and of course subscribe. Because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. I hope to talk to you soon.